It's the 2020 Rustlers CFAI Cup Final between two sides who've had great success in this competition in the last decade. IT Sligo against IT Carlow. This is the prize of the day here at Athlone Town Stadium, a trophy won last year by Waterford IT. Could be an opening suddenly for Nolan, and Nolan's in here, and he scored! Shane Nolan puts Waterford in front. What a goal! What a goal by Mark O'Keefe! The top scorer in the cup has got another, and he won't have got any better than that. Waterford IT bridge the generation gap. And after the victorious exploits, coaching DCU for the Collingwood Cup Final, Johnny McDonnell is back with us for this one. How has been the last few weeks then since winning the other big cup?
It's been a great occasion for the university, winning the cup first time in 100 years. With us winning the Collingwood and the GEA lads winning the Sigerson as well. It's been a fantastic year for the university.
So now, in terms of today, IT Sligo and IT Carlow. Carlow have won this 7 times in the last 10 years, but they haven't won the last 2, but they are the league champions, outgoing now, having lost in the semi-final.
Yeah, they're very experienced, vastly experienced, but Sligo coming here today, good team, get the ball down and play. The conditions, I think, will definitely suit Sligo here today. They love to get it wide players coming in off the wing, Cavan is sitting in front of the back two. So I'm expecting a really good game here today, Will, I have to say. I think there'll be goals, and I think there'll be great football here in sunny Athlone today.
Yes, hasn't been sunny all day. We were really looking forward to seeing Niall Moran today for IT Sligo, who was part of the under-19 squad that reached the European Championship semi-finals in Armenia last year. But he and Darren Collins are needed by Sligo Rovers, so a couple of men down Sligo are for this. Yeah,
they definitely will, but as I said, they've been together all season. I've seen them a bit this season. We played against them, and the lads that will come in will definitely fill in. They'll know their roles, but they'll definitely be missed. Good players, but it just goes. It's a testament to the universities, to the cups, that these are the type of players that are playing in the competitions, and going forward it can only be good. Just might need linking up with the managers with the Electricity League, and I can understand why they need the players, because they're top quality players, but we might need to link up a little bit better with the managers to release players, especially for finals.
Let's hear then from both bosses.
We'd love to bridge that gap. We know IT Carlow are going to bring what they have, and they've great experience and pedigree in this competition, but we're really looking forward to it, and hopefully with a wee bit of luck it could be our day.
I mean, you've got some nice experience both locally and a lot of Sligo Rovers players, but also in the Northern Ireland Football League too, to call on.
Yeah, we have. We recruited well over the last year, actually year and a half really, and we the likes of Ryan O'Reilly, who's with up the north of Ballinamallard, and we've a few players then have come in on the link up we have with Sligo Rovers, so that's been good. Increased the standard, it's been very good.
Full squad to call on today?
No, not quite. We're down 3, but just like anyone, same with Carlow, I'm sure they're down a few players as well, so no excuse on our behalf. We just got to get on with it.
It was disappointing to go out in the semi-final of the league last week, so we've a point to prove this week, and we're really looking forward to it now. A good win in the cup, the lads have deserved it, but they know they've got to come and work hard on the day as well.
I mean, it's a competition you've had a lot of success in, 7 wins in 8 years, a couple of fallow seasons since then in terms of the cup.
Yeah, look, the CFAI Cup is something we always look to go and do well in. In fairness, it's getting more and more competitive every year. If you look at the Sligo side today, they're full of a lot of Sligo Rovers players, and I think it's getting competitive across the country. A number of colleges are recruiting really well now, linking up with League of Ireland clubs, and it's only good to see it being more competitive. So, no, we're looking forward to it though.
Last couple of finals, Johnny, they've been relatively tight. Is there something cagey about reaching a CFAI Cup Final then?
Well, of course, the first few minutes, unless someone gets on the front foot straight away and has a right go, they be like a boxing match. They'd be sussing one another out. It'd be a little bit cagey, and especially in the final to get so far, lads don't want to be making mistakes. But it'd be down to the coaches and what way they set up the team. Will be offensive or defensive, and as I said, the surface here is fantastic for teams to get the ball and play and control the match. Yeah, the start of the game will be a little bit tetchy and whatever else. But look, as I said, I expect a few goals.
So let's run through the lineups then for this CFAI Cup Final. IT Sligo lifted at last in 2009. They're calling on lots of League of Ireland and NIFL experience from Northern Ireland, but 2 of the bigger names haven't been released for this. Niall Moran, who featured in the Under-19 European Championship semi-final side last season, and a Sligo Rovers teammate, Darren Collins. But they can still call on James McGrath from Westport United, who've reached the quarter-finals of the FAI Junior Cup, Oisin O'Reilly of Athlone Town and Gary Higgins of Ballyhonus. It's a strong bench for them as well. Dan Baya from Manola, who's been their Player of the Year and who's featured in the Under-19 National League for Sligo Rovers. IT Carlow reached the summit in the league last season, last won this cup in 2017, and they've largely kept together the same squad as last season. The ETB Player of the Year, Conor Walsh, didn't feature in this side a year ago, but he does now. Mark Baran, the Mayo Young Footballer of the Year, and Kevin Williams, who's had international action as well for Ireland, ones to watch. Williams is on the bench for IT Carlow, and a full selection for them to call on overall, including Lee Kavanagh of Tramore FC, who's played for the Ireland Universities team. Match referee for the Cup Final is Kevin Bryant, the assistants Martin Kelly and Ryan Maher, and the fourth official is Paul Tone. IT Sligo in the blue, Carlow in their traditional multicoloured black, green and red. So Sligo, twice winners, haven't lifted this cup since 2009, and before that 1977. As for Carlow, absolutely dominated the last decade, lifting the trophy a fantastic 7 times in 8 years. Forward towards Danny Doyle straight away, and a free kick just outside the area for IT Carlow here. Now here's a chance. Couple of steps back. Good strike just wide by Sean Hurley. Nice try by the man who was involved in their treble last season when they won the CUFL Premier League title, the CFAI plate and the futsal as well. The man from Carlow Town. Yeah, it was a great opportunity, and now they're trying to make a break down this left-hand side through Danny Doyle. Doyle with the cross. Trying to get in the way, Oisin O'Reilly, and what a spectacular effort just from the edge of the area. It needed a great save from Jason Quinn to deny. A brilliant strike from Shane Barnes, the number 10.
Oh my God, fantastic start by Carlow. Doyle getting down the wing, brilliant overhead kick, but I have to say, brilliant save by Quinn with his left hand, pushing it out to the left hand post.
Hurley has loads of room in the near side for Danny Doyle, and he's been picked up here as well, Doyle. Currently a free agent, having been on the books of Wexford FC, played over 50 games for them. He was an All-Ireland football winner at the community games with Bagnallstown.
Can't say I played in that one, Will.
I don't know if they had it back then. Scott Lynch, that's out for a throw for Sligo. I think they probably did. Not for long though.
Again, giving away a silly free kick. It was Horty there doing his defensive work. We know what he's like going forward, but he's giving away a silly free kick. A decent area for IT Sligo.
It's Brian Kavanagh who'll be the taker for IT Sligo. Another man who plays his football with Carberry and who's been very successful with IT Sligo, winning the first division of the CUFL 2 seasons ago and the Rustlers plate 2 seasons ago for early cup losers. There's a good delivery and a great flick on, and Ronan Gallagher has scored for Sligo. A brilliant header from the Finn Horseman.
It's all about the delivery by Kavanagh. Absolute fantastic delivery. Fantastic delivery into the box.
A terrific goal by Ronan Gallagher.
He's got across the defender's will. Forced to it. Keeper no chance. Marson no chance whatsoever. Brilliant.
A terrific header by Gallagher. And he was in Finn Harp's under-17 double winning side in 2018. They won the league and also the Mark Farron Cup. Back out towards Mark Biran, former Mayo Young Footballer of the Year. Now he's currently unattached as well at the moment. He'd been with Wexford FC, Ballina Town prior to that. Here's Dean Kelly on towards Danny Doyle, the number 9. Doyle with a chance to cut inside, chance to play it short as well, and it's side netting from Dean Kelly. A glorious opportunity to equalise for Carlow. James McGrath, decent launch over the top. Gary Higgins on the chase after, but cut out well by Kevin McAvoy. They've got 3 up here and 4 now. Mark Byrne tried to win the free kick off James McCartan. Claims of handball, but they're still making good progress. It's still Byrne. He's got it across. What an opening for Idaho.
Brilliant
and
play.
Kowalczyk saves it.
Idaho at the back post. Again, it's Mark Bourne playing it from the opposite side. The 2 wide players are both of them are near the inside the 6-yard box. It's causing problems for IT Carlow. The fullbacks don't know whether to go in after them. The wide players track them back, so they're causing huge problems down the flanks here.
Long one launched again brilliantly by Cavan. He's got Gary Higgins away here. Just across goal, and Kowalczyk stranded on the edge of the area. And what a moment for Higgins.
Warren looking playing off his shoulder. He knew exactly what he was going to deal with. Lets the ball come across him, and he's hit it first time. Kowalczyk, wrong-footed, wasn't going to save that one. Will just off target. For me, IT Sligo, a little bit more clinical up and around the last third of the pitch, and that's where you win the games.
Mark Baran, good ball over the top. This is Danny Doyle. Oh, what a chance for Danny Doyle.
He had all day, Will. He's done really, really well. He's got in behind. Might have been just offside linesman in. He's pulled it out to the right hand side. Lots of time. He'd all the goal to shoot into Will. He should have done better. He's done
brilliant. Brilliant by Idaho, and he's still going, and he's won the free kick outside the area.
I just hope we come back to this, Will, but he reminds me of Mark Rutherford in the way he plays, and he can pick it up and ghost by players. From a defender's point of view, Will, you say, I have this, and then he just nicks it. It's a great little trait to have, a great skill to have.
How tempted is Brian Kavanagh by this? There's plenty waiting for it on the other side of the box, and he did go for the little flick on, which did come, but it's a goal kick. Might have had a rifle. It was just wide by Ben Traynor.
Good delivery again. Here we go. No, it's a goal kick. And it's been mixed up as well. There's been balls over the top. There's been balls coming through the middle, down through the flanks. It's been really, really good so far. Here's a chance now.
And it's Mark Baran who has it. Could go all the way. And he has. He's pounced on the defensive error. Mark Baran equalises for IT Carlow. And it's 1-1.
Again, Sligo trying to build it up in midfield. He'd a lot to do, Will. He's played well so far in the game, Baran. He's been chasing them down. He's put pressure on at the very start. It's that high press.
So, corner for Carlow. Decent delivery to the far post. What a big opening.
Coleman, back post free on his own. Oh, disappointed. Great delivery. He's free at the back post. Oh, just tap that one in.
It has been a brilliant first half, and it's all square at 1 apiece at half time. IT Sligo hitting the front through Ronan Gallagher after 13 minutes. IT Carlow equalising. Mark Baran taking advantage of a defensive mistake right on the half-hour mark. Half time with the Rustlers CFAI Cup Final. It is IT Sligo 1, IT Carlow 1. So the second half underway in what's been a really dynamic CFAI Cup Final so far. IT Carlow, who did a 6 in a row, 7 cup wins in 8 years, but haven't won it the last 2 seasons. The televised seasons, they haven't been in the final at all. Well, they're back here. They got back on terms around the half-hour mark after IT Sligo, twice winners of this, took the lead through Ronan Gallagher.
When he opens them legs up, Will, there's not too many who'll catch him.
Again, it's Kavanagh over this free kick, and everybody is bunched over on the far side of the box, right on the edge, ready to make the move. Kavanagh playing it towards the penalty spot now, looking for the touch, and what a save that was by Kowalczyk.
Good save, but it was a free kick, just a push in the back, Will, I have to say. Referee's on top of it. You can just see it again, brilliant delivery. Defender's nightmare, it's in behind. Yeah, and it's Traynor who's just pushed at the back post.
Aimed towards Idaho again, but headed away by Conor Walsh, and Idaho managing to win it back. Little 1-2 with Gary Higgins. They've got 3 in the area. Idaho, great ball back, and Scott Lynch is there. Just wide from Lynch, he was arriving at the right time.
Great build-up play again by IT Sligo. Should have done better. Lynch, was it Lynch? They should have done better.
Controlled by Ben Traynor. It's Gallagher. Support on the near side from Traynor, but robbed brilliantly by Mark Baran, who's having a really good cup final. And a great ball! It's Barnes through one-on-one. Shane Barnes cuts inside.
Goal.
What a goal! What a goal by Shane Barnes! Well, John Barnes would have been proud of that. Carlow 2-1 up.
Brilliant finish. We spoke about his pace early on. Thought he's just taking an extra touch. Knew he was doing going back inside. Had a little look. Finished it really well with his left foot. You're not going to catch him, Will. Once IT Sligo leave that space in behind. Brilliant ball. And he's in like a light. His pace, you're not going to catch him. Great finish. Finished it off.
It's the third goal in 2 games that Barnes has scored here as he netted twice in Cabinteely's 3-1 win here at the weekend. And now here goes Liam McCartan as Carlow try and wrap it up. And the challenge was late, and Scott Lynch was involved there too. And this is something for Kevin Bryant to try and iron out, and his assistant on the near side, Martin Kelly.
They're still at it. They need to get between them, Will. Just a clash of chests, I might say, Will.
A little consultation between referee and assistant. And a second yellow card against Lynch, and he's been sent off. Scott Lynch has been sent off.
Did react. Sligo will want the game to be scrappy now, to be stopping and starting and free kicks. Here we go with Barnes. Oh, that's a free kick.
Just on the edge of the area. And with Sligo a man down and a goal down, Carlow have got a great opportunity of really getting a grip on this game. And there's a bit of nibble, a bit of bite in this all of a sudden.
Sligo, IT Sligo have got to be careful here that they don't lose their discipline. They need to pull together, stay in this game for the next 5 or 10 minutes, regroup, reshape. What way are they going to play? And don't do anything silly like get another player sent off.
Yeah, they're having another chat. Kevin Bryant and Martin Kelly. It's all happened on this near side in the past couple of minutes. So now what?
I think he's going for red here, Will.
It might be another one. It's a second red card, and now they're chasing after the assistant, and they've got to be careful that there's not another one. They've had 2 players sent off in this cup final in the space of a couple of minutes, and this time it's James McGrath of Westport United who face into a big FAI Junior Cup quarter final in a few weeks' time. He has been sent off.
It's we spoke about the discipline, and it just happened off the ball just after the free kick, Will. I think he's kicked out at someone, and young players, you need a steady head in there. You need lads who calm fellas down. As I said, they needed to stay in this match for the next 5 or 10 minutes.
It's Barnes, pulled it wide.
He never caught it, Will. He was looking up at the goal when he was striking the ball. You need to get good contact with it. You can see him here, he's having a look. Is he trying to go under the wall? I don't know.
Free kick sent forward by Kavanagh. And the little chip caused a few problems for Kowalczyk, but he did well to stop it. Sometimes keepers can be caught out by those, but he wasn't. The original header out by Connor Walsh. And the break is on suddenly. Danny Doyle goes for goal, and he's got it. It's 3 for Carlow, and that'll do it. Danny Doyle, what a wonderful goal. That's the end of that. Great goal. Doyle, edge of the area, let fly, right-footed, 3-1.
Game over, Will. What a finish. What a finish. He's thinking about taking a yearly shot away, Will. He's taking a second touch, set himself up really well. Great strike, great power. Top corner. Oh, that's goal.
Doyle was caught in the back. That's a yellow card and maybe a red, and it's a second yellow, and it's a red, and it's a third Sligo player dismissed.
Doesn't look too phased. That's I would have to say very dangerous tackle, Will. Oh yeah.
And that wasn't needed. Mark Burns sent off, and that's 3 reds against IT Sligo. It is an extraordinary collapse.
That's a little bit of possession there, Will. That's a 4v2 situation that you do in training. You just give the ball away.
And there is only pretty much a back 2 at the moment for IT Sligo. It's a lovely one over the top, and here goes Lee Kavanagh to wrap it up, and they will do. It's 4, and it's Dean Kelly who wraps it up. And there's another red card for Ryan O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly has been sent off. I'm not sure why. It was right on the final whistle. The final whistle's gone. Carlow have won it 4-1. Dean Kelly has scored it, and Ryan O'Reilly, in the aftermath of that, has been dismissed. Kavanagh teeing up Kelly, and that's the 4th goal. Well, that is unreal. An amazing finish, which pretty much sums up this second half in 10 seconds, just like that. Kelly's got the goal, and Ryan O'Reilly, whatever the reaction was, he's been sent off. IT Carlow win the cup for the 8th time in 11 years, beating IT Sligo by 4 goals to 1 in an incredible final. IT Carlow winning the CFAI Cup for the 8th time in 11 years. They've been keen about it. An emphatic win for IT Carlow.
I've had a good few years. It's my 4th and final year now, so it's good to finally finish with a bit of silverware as well. Last year was good, but this year's going to be better.
And 1-0 down as well. I mean, what a comeback from that.
You just can't question the character in this team. Not once. We've been down a good few times, but we're never out. Especially with players like Barnesy, Dino, Sean Hurley. These are best players in the country, and we're lucky to have them in Carlow. With these players on the pitch, I always have full confidence we'll come back and win the game.
Mark, if we can wade in here, man of the match performance and a lovely goal as well.
I know it's a bit of it's hard to get the words out now, obviously. It's everything happened very quick, but no, I'm just delighted. I know it was a bit of a sour end in some ways, but no, if we set out at the start of the year to add a bit more silverware to the college, they're very, very good to us and great history, so it's nice to contribute to that. Was
there a lot of importance of winning the cup this season, having won the league last year?
Big time, yeah. It was something we set out at the start. I know last year there was a lot of disappointment. We have great history in this. I'm not sure how many times, but we generally do well in this competition. So it was something we set out at the start of the year we wanted to do as well. So.
And I mean, having been beaten in the semi-final of the league competition, you end with some major silverware, which has its importance.
We were very down after last week, I have to say. I know the scoreline 4-0. It really wasn't a 4-0 game. To be fair, we were probably 2-0 up with 5-6 minutes to go, and then they scored either side at half time. It kind of killed us. Now they're a very good side as well, but it's something maybe we look to put right again next year. But it's nice to have a bit of silverware for today as well.
Was today a 4-1 game, do you reckon?
Maybe it'd be a little bit unfair on Sligo to say it was 4-1, but I think we did control the game. Like, they scored from a set piece, we created a lot of chances. So I think we're good money for a victory, but Sligo are a good side as well.
A good awareness for the goal, by the way.
It was one of them. I'm trying to add in more game. Stop. Trying to add in more goals to my game. It's been something I set myself a target of getting a couple more goals. So it's I'm glad to get that.
Well, Nathan's here and Danny Doyle as well. We'll talk to both of you if it's okay. Nathan, first of all, comprehensive win, 4-1.
Yeah, it was a fantastic win. The lads put in a really good shift, working hard all year. There was disappointment last week, but we got together as a group and we worked really hard.
And what was the disappointment, having to bounce back from losing comprehensively the league semi-final and then having a comprehensive win in the cup final?
Yeah, look, Tom got us in together and Joe, and we worked really hard in training. We done our homework on them. We got nailed down and we knew what we wanted to do, play our own game, and we hit the nail on the head.
And Dan, your goal pretty much made sure at 3-1 late on.
Yeah, just Dino played me the ball and I just took a touch and said, we'll just hit it. Didn't care where it went, just once it went into the back of the net.
I'm not sure any of you were expecting to score 3 in the second half, were you?
No, not at all. Sligo kept us, they were tight in the first half and they kept us in compact, or they were compact, sorry, and we found them hard to break down, but once one of the red cards were shown, they opened up then, so we were allowed to play through them.
Boys were brilliant throughout the whole game, came to shape toy. I think you saw the game plan, they carried out to perfection, so as you said, I had nothing to do, but that's obviously thanks to the boys' hard work. So.
Yeah, and obviously taking the league success in this stadium last year, following it up with the cup this season.
You know, it's brilliant to finish, obviously in 4th year, so it's a brilliant way to finish college football. Hopefully come back for a Masters in the next year or so, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, tremendously as well, and of course you got the club football to try and cram in as well.
Yeah, of course. Now that's all that's left now for the rest of the season. Finish off with Cherry Orchard, so focus on that now.
And there having been a few years since Carlow had won the cup, having had years and years of success, it must be nice for the college to actually get their hands on the cup again.
Yeah, of course. 2 years ago we went out disappointingly to Dundalk on the penalty last minute. That was heartbreaking. Then last year away to Letterkenny. Again, it's difficult, but look, this team's special. Best team I've ever been involved with, so it's just a pleasure to play with them. So this is bounce back.
Yeah, just happy to get on the score sheet, I suppose. Trying to get in the box as much as possible, you know yourself, and yeah, just happy to get on the score sheet.
It was so unselfish. I think it was Lee Kavanagh who was through 101 and then decided not to go for the goal himself. Give it to you.
I was screaming for it, in fairness. I think if you didn't give it to me, I would have had words at him if you had a miss. So yeah, happy you passed it to me.
What about teamwork? Perpetual success in a way. A couple of years not in the cup, but winning the league last year, back winning the cup again here.
Yeah, that's what we're all about now, in fairness, in Carlow. You know, we just base it off our hard work, and kind of we come in and start playing then after the hard work. You know.
Yeah, no, I was delighted for the lads. Now, with a little bit of disappointment last week, so it's important that we come in today and put on a good show for ourselves. And I think we told the lads they deserve something for the effort they've put in this year, but you know, no one was going to give them anything. So I knew it was going to be a tough game. I think the first half was excellent. I think both teams were excellent in the first half, and the way we started, we were probably unlucky not to get an early lead. But despite going a goal behind, we knew we always have something. We knew we'd come back, and in the second half, then getting an early goal again, I think it stood to us for our performance. So we're delighted with that now. Yeah.
That's not the second half at all that you could have expected in any way, it turned out.
No, look, it's for sure a half-time team talk didn't go that way, but we knew like a couple of areas we need to tidy up. They were quite dangerous with balls into the box, so we were giving away a few silly free kicks, so we needed to address that. And we knew if we started getting players forward, it would cause problems, and I think that we did. We started the second half that way, and you see with the second goal we scored, we had great support and movement up top, and Shane stuck it away, and I think we were good for that goal. And I think it was disappointing to see the game go the way it did, but I think we frustrated them a little bit in terms of we didn't let them play, and I think we kept the ball quite well, and I think maybe the frustration got the better of them.
The IT Carlow team continue to celebrate. Johnny is back with us again. First of all, IT Carlow, a magnificent win. Like you look at the scoreline on paper, it sounds very resounding, 4-1.
Yeah, but as I said well earlier, there was nothing in the game. Brilliant first half. I just think they had a little bit more about them, IT Carlow. They're cleverer, obviously a lot more discipline as well, but the two lads up front were great, and they both of them got their goals. But look, you can see the hype behind us and the elation, and they're delighted to win the game, but just disappointed for Sligo IT. Just that they lost their discipline, because they look like a good bunch of lads. I've seen them playing this season. They're not that sort of team, I have to say. Well, they can get it down and play. Just lost their discipline, and the inevitable happened. But they nearly got back into it at the end. Ryan O'Reilly should have scored at the back post with 2 or 3 minutes to go, would have made it 3-2, and he would have been still in the game. But as I said, I can't blame the referee. The decisions he made were the right decisions to send fellas off.
I mean, we're going to see IT Sligo as well next week in the final. So what do they do now over the next couple of days to try and regroup for the league final against UCD?
Well, he's got to see what players are available. I don't know what players are going to be available for them, Will, especially straight reds. If there's no more games in that competition, is it the next game that you're saying? So he might lose the players. He's a few players to come back in, so he might be able to bring them back in. You can just sit them down and, you've got to talk to them about their discipline. Everything else that they've done, especially in the first half, was as good as Carlow IT, and they wouldn't have been too far away from it if they'd have kept everyone on the pitch.
Well, in terms of the team that has won here, it is an 11th CFAI Cup success for the men in red, green and black. It is again Carlow Rising. Goodbye.